Hello, and welcome to episode 8 of Eternity in Jersey City. We're almost close to the end, folks. Meet us after the break for some Bad House announcements. Content warnings, exclamation point, EJC CW cast, exclamation point, EJC cast, little summary of the show, EJC. You know what it's about today. Christian trauma, intense body horror, intense gore, intense depictions of blood, cannibalism, forced drowning, mind control, manipulation, being buried alive, and other dark themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do take care. Our current rerolls. Vin has 2, B has 1, Kendo has 3, Wes has 3, and Joe has 2. My name is Josephine. You can find me at Scary Dog Friend on socials, and I will be your storyteller and your Jesus Christ. I'll pass it off to B.
Hello, I'm Bina, they, them. I'm playing Sal, he, him. You can find me everywhere at Sassy Lich, and you can find the next lovely human being somewhere on the screen next to me, Vin.
There we go. I was making sure I wasn't muted. Oh my gosh, hi! I'm Vin. I'm VinVoxVA on socials at Blue Sky. That is VinVox.com. It's also my website because I'm a voice actor and tabletop performer. And tonight, I'll be like, I guess Candy. What about you, Kendo? What are you up to?
My God. Well, hi everybody. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. And I use any and all pronouns. And today I'm playing King, our resident badass and like all around like big dick on campus, you know. And today I'm ready to fuck shit up, but not more than our masked our masked freak.
You can say pervert.
Masked pervert.
It's okay. It's not a bad word. You can say it.
Okay, well, I just didn't know, but our masked pervert right below me.
It's me. My name's Wes Franks. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing a masked pervert by the name of Carbon, whose pronouns are he and it. He is from the House of the Vultures and is a Nosferatu anti-tribute and is the prettiest girl at the dance. And I guess the best way to carry this on back to the storyteller is to leave y'all with a Bible verse to think about. This is Psalms 34:17. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. Amen.
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 Oh, God. Let's recap for today. We catch up on King's new romantic soul, just before the new shovel-heading of the many are baptized in concrete and wet heat. Carbon reveals a prior interest in killing the rest of the party if they didn't fall in line with Jesus, but lets King know, fairly nonchalantly, that this false Jesus has to fall. Letitia de la Cruz lets Sal know that Jesus, or Laszlo de Angelis, is part of a mob family with dealings in vampiric drugs from New York into New Jersey. Born on Easter, 33 years old. The Empress of Jersey introduces the boys to Worm, a newly turned Camarilla Nosferatu turncoat, leading the New York Dustborn through the tunnels. They bully the shit out of him, but they do learn where the Nosferatu tunnels lead directly underneath the Tremere Towers. Sal's sire, Annie Lavas, the La Sombra Primogen, pays a visit via hallucination. To belittle, to attempt to humiliate, to weed out what exactly they're up to. With a reminder that Jesus is going to solo the Tremere, the Empress reminds everyone that Jesus needs to be in top form. And so, perhaps the trials begin. Before we get right into it, however, I guess just sort of asking all of you in the new night, new day night, Candy, wherever we end up finding you, what is the group proceedings like? How are we getting Candy back into the frame?
I think she's taking advantage of like the general opinion of her to fall out whenever she wants to. Oh, this sucks. I don't want to do it. Oh no, I guess I'll stand back because that's what a woman should do. I'm too dainty for all this frivolity and barbarianism and da 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 da. Just rattles and then kind of slides back in whenever they're done being dirty, rowdy boys.
You said that.
I did.
Not us. You did. I just want
Yeah,
that
I
you
did.
stated.
Yeah. It's live on Twitch. Did you know?
What?
Fuckers. Oh my! I mean, I am very pro group meeting before we torture Jesus. Like, catch each other up, catch Candy up on what's going on. Like, go drag her ass out of whatever club she's hanging out in.
You guys want to come to the Haven, or at least one of the Havens? Sal's already been up there.
I
so it's not
know,
really
but we're all gonna hang out there.
Yeah, we're gonna paint each other's nails and be all roped up and have a little slumber party.
Let us be like the ravens who fed Elijah and gather together and make sure that we have everything we need before this evening.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
You going for the Bible bee this year?
Oh no, that was a beat in me, so that's...
And that's just me making fun of you.
That's live on Twitch too. Okay, sorry, moving on.
This is such a normal episode, everyone. Don't worry.
Very normal.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So yeah, that's I'm down to meet up at the Haven.
Yeah, I should say a Haven. Change that
Yeah,
article so it's
yeah.
not super important.
Have we
I
been
understand.
to? We can meet at Carbon's Haven.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Do a little storyteller. Gotta do some set dressing.
Me do set dressing or you?
Giving-
Because please.
Oh, me. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanksgiving. I'm giving the dressing.
Ooh.
Like, thank you. Like 90s Beverly Hills, marble and just cream colored chases. Candy is a nothing like when in just those widow robes again, bright pink, might as well be a Malibu Barbie in her little dream house, and is waiting for the rest of the favorite disciples to arrive.
Oh, gee. Is this the Haven I
So Carbon steps inside, and as the most favorite. No, I'm kidding. Would you
No,
think that
most
Sal
allowed,
and
go
Carbon rode together?
I feel like if Carbon was down, that would absolutely happen because we've established we're staying in the same place pretty much.
Okay.
Unless Carbon is like, fuck you, absolutely not. I want to drive my own car. Get out of here.
We're driving your car. We're riding in your car.
I feel like Carbon drives. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Let's be real here.
We'll make it
Carbon,
okay.
Carbon is a car boy.
If you wanna feel cool, then we can have roll up in a '68 Mustang or something like that. If you wanna feel tough, something as old as you are, we can do that. Yeah. Roll up and look at the place. This looks like it was a second unit location for the Sopranos.
Oh, it might have been. I don't know. She likes theatrics.
You're not gonna move here again, are you?
Fuck no. What? Jesus. I'm not.
I know you. You're a serial monogamist.
Getting back together with her.
If it's not her, it's the job. We are Canaanites. We are meant to enjoy ourselves. To enjoy the gift that has been given to us. Did you see what happened the other night?
What?
I liberated Kelly. And you and the others helped liberate the others from the vestiges of mortality. And it was beautiful, and it was a great moment.
Yeah,
I like Candy. I like Candy a whole lot sometimes. Candy and I understand each other on a wavelength that I don't think that you two understand. The other two of you don't understand.
Oh, yeah?
But it's like, yeah, it's like how a crocodile and a python see one another, though.
Calvin, you're gonna have to elaborate on that one.
Well, of course, I am a stoic, sentinel-like glacier of a person, much like an alligator. And Candy is, well, a treacherous snake in the grass, like a python.
And that makes you two friends?
Yes. But the thing is, I am starting to think that maybe she might be better off for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why did you never tell me that you were the one that left?
It didn't fucking matter.
Why does it not matter? It matters to you.
Because we're divorced. It doesn't matter who left first.
We are family, are we not? We're in the same house. We are of House of Vultures, and knowledge is everything to us. I share everything with you.
Because one of us was gonna leave anyway. Someone had to pull the fucking trigger. She didn't want to. I did.
So why lie about it, then?
A lie by omission isn't really a lie.
But you allowed her name to be raked in the mud. In this day and age, that showcases a lack of empathy. Especially towards someone that is, well, a woman.
God, who said I had empathy?
I'm just saying that if the tenets of the Sabbat suggest that we are equal amongst one another, only pack priests stand above the others, and then from there, only archbishops and cardinals and so on and so forth stand above us. But you and Candy are not in a difference of hierarchy such as that. You are equal. You should take equal blame for your responsibility in matters. You've technically sinned against the path.
I don't think talking shit about someone is sinning against the path. That's being honest, or letting you say whatever the fuck you want, because it's probably true. You can talk shit about me too. It's probably true. I don't think she's less. I think we didn't work together. Now we have to work together so we can deal with this Laszlo motherfucker.
What does dealing with him look like to you? We're not all going to be able to participate in the bountiful gifts that he's going to offer. One of us is going to get the big prize.
Now why does it have to just be one of us?
Law of nature? The law of equivalent exchange?
I mean, last time I checked, the Emperor said we get to devour him as a group. And frankly, I just think it's 4 of us at most. The rest of us dumb fuckers haven't earned it.
I've found that people in positions of power that wear athleisure are either A, inept, or B, lying.
I think that she's not telling the whole truth.
Like
She's
you.
doing this. Like me? Oh. Like me. Maybe. I'm not... Carbon, I'm not purposely hiding things from you. This was just... a part of my life that didn't matter anymore. I I was a different person. And I fucked up. And I didn't feel the need to go over that. That's all. This wasn't about you. This wasn't about hiding shit from you.
I accept your apology.
Thank you.
And I think it's only fair since you've shared something that you hid from me and were honest about it finally. I should finally be honest with you. Trip Barrow. Do you remember Trip Barrow?
Sure.
He was a man that served with you in your unit in Vietnam. He came sniffing around looking for you a few months back. He was trying to get a hold of you. Apparently, he caught wind that you were in the city. He was trying to talk about the good old days. I found that he was getting too close, so under the guise of being you, I invited him out for an evening. I then ate him and killed him, and he's been disposed of. It's one less loose end from your previous life that won't get in the way.
Huh.
He mentioned how you saved his life and how he wanted to thank you. And I apologize for taking that from you, but, well, your brain was elsewhere.
Suppose I should thank you for that.
I can take you to where he's buried. It didn't seem proper to have him burn with the rest, or to be eaten. So, it's nice.
It's very honorable of you, Carbon, but he's dead. One of us was gonna have to do it. So,
It's closure I took from you. I apologize.
no. Don't apologize. I don't want to see any shit from there. From then. I appreciate you.
It would appear that we're even then.
I suppose so.
Good. I enjoy
Clapped you
spending
on the
time.
shoulder. Continue, please.
I enjoy spending time with you. I just find that I have to remind you that I have a 3-strike system for people in my life.
How many strikes am I on?
You're on your second.
Good to know.
Your second swing at the bat. Don't miss.
I won't. I like you too, Carbon.
Is this conversation happening somewhere
What's that?
where you're what?
I think we
Probably part.
I think we
Got
parked
it.
right
Okay.
outside of Candy's place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the
So-
car convo.
King, you and Candy are just kind of like seeing that their car is fully pulled in, but they haven't gotten out of the car quite yet.
Yeah, I guess my driver pulls up like while they're still out there. And then so you all see this like black like SUV pull up. Like real nice thing. And King hops out of it. I think still kind of sporting a more casual, like cozy look. Got the cardigan on. Like it's like black sheer on like black t-shirt and like kind of like baggy like hippie pants and sandals still.
I love it.
Y'all not waiting for me, are you?
Stepping out and like locking the car. You look like if Mr. Rogers took an Ambien.
I fuck with that. I like Mr. Rogers.
I used to really like Ambien.
That makes sense.
I used to sometimes, if we couldn't get our hands on potent cough syrup or anything when we were driving, we would take a handful of Ambien and then some Sprite or maybe some sort of like fruit soda, and we would shake it up and drink it all together and see who could take turns driving the longest.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from, well, South Carolina originally, but my father was in the military, so we moved all around.
Uh-huh. Got it. No, just it felt like maybe an Appalachian thing or like a Midwestern thing. So I was just trying to place that.
Absolutely. He had guard duty at a supply depot in West Virginia when I was 16. That's when I had my first, true experience with driving in back roads. And then also my first experience with, barbiturates.
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
Do you know what a Boone County mating call is?
No, I don't.
No.
Take a prescription pill bottle and shake it a couple of times and see what comes crawling out of the woodwork.
Are white people really this bored?
Yes.
Huh. I'll just be coming up with shit. All right. Okay. Let's go figure out how we're torturing Jesus.
All right. Let's get Candy up today. I'm sure she's got some good torture methods up her little sleeves.
Oh, I'm sure.
Guess we're gonna knock on the door of her Sopranos haven. You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm muted again.
So sad.
How dreadful to be muted and having a conversation in tabletop role-playing games. That being said, a PA gets the door. One of these measly pack members and ushers you to whatever boudoir she's posing dramatically in. Not really posing dramatically, but is lounging.
How do they receive you? What are you wearing?
Like I said, just the widow's gown. And just the widow's gown. So it is sheer, you'll see everything Venus style, between the boa and feathers everywhere.
Astounding.
A woman.
I'm sorry. I just thought about something King might say as we enter the room.
Okay, share.
Follow
with,
your
the rest
dreams.
of us.
Role play.
I think as we enter the room and whoever it is, that brings us in, I think King comes in, sees you, kind of posing, and then just kind of looks around and goes, "So you just sit nude with all these twinks around?"
I do actually. We have so much in common, King.
I
mean, Popper or
what?
Homeless man? What are you wearing, darling?
Oh, this? Oh, I think it's something from the Gap.
Chic.
Very chic.
Hobo chic.
Hobo chic? Sure, whatever. It's cozy.
I don't think you're allowed to say the word twink, King.
What,
I think he is.
Okay, I won't.
Is that very homophobic for a heterosexual man such as King? Saying looks like twink.
I mean, if you were just so happen to come out of the closet at any point, I think you would be okay to be able to say it.
I was just using the descriptor that I was told matches these people. Okay, that's it.
These people.
Oh my gosh, you're trying to catch me in some bullshit, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I called you twinks. My bad. I was told that was the right word to call skinny little whatever you are.
None of them respond.
Wow, they're trained well.
All right, someone please catch me up, and they sit up and start walking past them out the door into a main room.
Who wants to give Candy the lowdown? I guess
Shovel
we're
heading went wonderful.
There we go.
Yeah.
I guess we should use the new terms. The mass conversion went as expected.
Is shovel heading
forgot.
also bad now?
Is it? Is that what we're doing now? Is that a
The-
conversion now?
The new established leaders prefer that we have a different, more curated approach to gathering numbers, seeing as how our Zerg offense from the 90s didn't work out as well as they'd hope.
All right.
I mean,
It was fine for me.
Semantics aside, is that all?
He seemed very untethered, disconnected, discombobulated.
Yeah, that feels right.
mm-hmm.
He's not all there. He's never been all there, but
So, is he confused or is he just not in it anymore?
I think he's getting a lot of information from a lot of people. I think everyone's trying to feed him something. And even though we're here as an inner circle, we're getting drowned out by white noise from everyone else. I'm thinking that there might be too many cooks in the kitchen, and I think we need to spend some time. If he showcases who he is, we one by one remove them. So there's only one left.
Do we have enough time to adjust, or I'm not sure.
How good is your Bible?
You tell me.
It seems to be dictated that just by looking into the context of the Bible, from what we know of it, there were leaders and followers, shepherds and sheep when it came to the group of disciples. The sheep, clearly notated by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Those that wrote, scribed. Wallflowers. They hung around the edges and they notated everything. Then there are those that obeyed. They adhered. They are the lesser ones. Bartholomew. The Thomas. That type. And then you have your core. Your Sons of Thunder. Your heavy hitters. The ones that he really went to. Not only for dictation, but guidance. He leaned on his apostles. I will admit that in my intention to work as best as I could, I was sidetracked by the vapors of it all. I played into his ego. I played my part, one would say. But I feel that we might have all done so. I'm not pointing fingers. We all have a hand in that. But his ego has inflated. He's still new. He doesn't know how things work. Everyone's gonna try to tell him one way or another. But they're gonna be kowtowing to him. They're gonna be licking his boots. They're gonna be sheep about it. Or they're one of the voyeuristic cucks, taking record of everything. We need to push back. I've sown the seeds already, for my part. I've taken a true honorable gift from him, that he's provided me something. And then at the first chance of being shown that I wasn't truly beloved, I've thrown a tantrum. It seems that he's incapable of brat taming, so we need to push him. Mold him. He needs to walk into that garden of Gethsemane resolute and knowing that he needs to go the right, proper way. That's just a suggestion.
I don't necessarily think that we need to start just calling off people. They can still be useful, and they are still family. Remember that. We can, however, get them in line. And I think that's rather doable between, the four of us, I feel, can be very convincing. Get them in line, have them play their parts. And I think we also need to do something to get Jesus focused. He's got a lot of desires. He's got a lot of ambition, if you can call it that. But he doesn't have motivation to actually reach for it. And it seems like the only thing he's really motivated to do is to get people to like him, to respect him. If we can withhold that, try to get him to earn it. Put him in a position where he feels like he needs to earn it in order to feel comfortable in the role that he's in, the role that he's putting himself in. Maybe we can push him in the right direction.
What's your idea? Make him earn it.
Now, it's been a while since I read the Bible, so maybe Carbon here can enlighten me, but I believe there was kind of a period, those days in the desert or whatever that Jesus did, like the temptations or something. We kind of give our so-called Messiah a couple of tests to really, something we maybe presented as a time for him to show off everything that he's learned, right? But we really need to fucking stick it to him. That there's a certain standard that we, not just us, but as the Sabbat, and, if he's gonna do what they think he's gonna do, he's gotta be ready for it.
40 days and 40 nights in the desert. He's been baptized. He's spoken. He's done all of these different... We're hitting the high marks, but this is something that's very important. It's integral to the formation of the Christ child. Before this, he's just some young man that's faffing about smoking weed and touching titty with his friends, raging against the machine.
I don't remember that part of the Bible. Damn.
You wouldn't. They don't like to broadcast a lot of that. We can talk about the Judeo-Christo-fascist governments and what they do to censor and brainwash people, but that's for another day, and I'm sure it would upset King.
Why do you think it would upset me? Hello? What? I agree.
Because you're a very passionate individual, and I think if you learned more about what had happened with that, then you might start wanting to act out a bit, blow up a TV station or two.
Oh, those days are behind me.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure we don't have 40 days or 40 nights. Can we just get a couple of hours?
I think we can get him in for a couple hours. Maybe a night?
A weekend.
If you push him to use his abilities, to rouse the blood, to use it as much as possible, to pump it, to see how hungry he can get. If he can last, then he's good. And we tempt him the entire time. Maybe one of these twinks around here can just be standing there, the type that he likes. Maybe get them all doused in water, ready to go. Carrot at the end of the stick to see how much if he can hold it. If he crumples, then we know what it is to be true. Everything will be documented, and we can showcase it to the other apostles. Say, this is not the real Christ, you can move on. Get them off of our necks and backs a little bit. And that leaves him alone for us. Classic manipulation tactic. Have everyone else around you want to leave, so we have them all to ourselves.
And we need to train the motherfucker. He needs to take down an entire chantry by himself, which frankly I'm still not sold that he can do. Like that's a pretty high ask for somebody, even somebody like him, especially someone like him.
I will see what he's capable of, endurance and strength-wise. I'm certain the rest of you can find ways to harry him.
Oh yeah.
We can push him, see what he's capable of. And if one of us dies in the process, well, it was for a good reason. We shall mourn you. I'll have a good proper feast. We'll do a couple fire dances in your name.
Yeah.
If this dumbass kills us, we deserved it. Jesus. Literally.
And if we kill him, then that just says that he wasn't good enough to begin with.
Not the Messiah,
Amen.
false Messiah. Amen, amen.
What do you think, Candy?
Well, I think it's worth a shot. Either way, it's a win-win. We win, we have our chantry weapon. We win, we get rid of our poor savior.
Of course,
Get this Go ahead, please.
I was going to say, downside of killing him, Empress might not be happy with that. But also, I think she was just going to send him in there to die to begin with. So, like, I feel like probably rather have a plan that actually works than the one that might just blow up in our fucking faces. So, I think
We are merely leading by faith. That is what we are expected to do. We are to have faith in the Empress that she has dictated and chosen someone proper for this procedure. If he fails to adhere to this projection, then she has failed in providing someone capable. If we stick to that resolutely, we're clean throughout this entire process.
Works for me.
I suppose so.
People hate being in the middle, but what they don't realize is that when you're in the middle and the going gets tough, you can just pit the two sides against another.
I mean, I think there's a lot more than two sides here. I think the Empress is doing her own shit. But technically, that's not our problem as long as we get to eat Jesus.
As long as we get to eat Jesus.
Body in the blood.
Well, who wants to be the one to tell him? I mean, I guess we should all maybe tell him.
I think we should all maybe tell him at once. Like, I think this is a group effort.
Absolutely.
I was hoping that Candy might put on her best pookie wookie face and make some magic happen, but
No,
if
that's
we're
fine
all
if-
expected to...
No, you guys should prepare and I'll bring the news.
You can prepare as well. How about this, so that we split down the middle? How about the two of you go find some place for us to prepare, and I'll take poor Candy to go deliver the news to the Christ, and then I can deliver both of them.
All right. In exchange for all your hard work, Candy, I'll let you shoot Jesus.
Wonderful.
All right.
We split off as King and Sal, the two of you will create whatever necessary means with which these trials will happen. For clarification, is this something you're setting aside for the next night to prepare Jesus, or are we springing it?
Feel like we might need some time to set up.
Yeah. Even if Jesus gets it sprung on him, I don't think we can do this in one night.
Yeah. So we could do it for the next night.
Okay. Ahead of time, Carbon and Candy. Is this something that y'all are going to be bringing to Jesus' attention now?
I mean, I'll open this up to everyone. Do we want to give him time to prepare, or we're just going to spring it on him?
I mean, we don't necessarily have to tell him what the trials are going to be necessarily.
Just that it's an invitation out sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah. To show, like, the inner circle would like to spend some time with you. We want to see your new abilities. You know, it's some
Okay,
us
yeah,
time.
we can frame it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's happening tomorrow when everything is set up already. Okay. The inner circle has met. For tonight, the preparations shall be made. Candy is caught up. When Candy and Carbon, the two of you, arrive, yourself as torches through the night, bearing messages marking yourselves with the gospel, the good news. Are you dressed any particular way? How do you receive Jesus?
One second.
I can tell you that the driver's looking like a Philadelphia chauffeur. I'm wearing a Coach jacket with a hoodie underneath. And not Coach jacket like the brand Coach. I mean like the style Coach jacket. It probably says something like Kensington High School or something along the lines of that. I just look like I am about to go rob a fucking 7-Eleven or something. This is pretty...
That's so crazy. And in stark contrast, we have Candy in 2000s Paris Hilton, just peak slut, baby blue blazer, white mini pleated skirt, itty bitty stilettos, and a little cap.
Where do you find him? Just based on whatever clues, it makes it very easy.
Last place I remember was like that weird aquarium tank, and that was one of King's places. Kendall, would it be safe to say that old Laszlo was in a King Haven?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Oh, that's crazy. That's what bros do, though.
Much better than my suggestion. I was going to say Bass Pro Shops. So. Good on you.
You find Jesus Christ. And you find him not sopping wet, but completely dry, as he just seems to be looking forth at his great aquarium. The many bodies now bobbing up and down of exclusively men. Muscular, scarred, attractive. Maybe you could tell that from the many swollen faces now. A lot of them seem to have the same tattoo. Just an entire visage of Jesus Christ. Some of St. Anthony with the arrows. But he seems to be with his hands behind his back, his hair still long and dry, just going down his back. Somehow it looks longer, which shouldn't be possible, but he is perfect, he is all-knowing, and the like. He is illuminated by the blue light, and every now and then clouded by the bobbing body flowing around, before turning around as your footsteps fill the aquarium. My inner circle. How can I help you two?
Well, I would call it a semicircle, and that we're missing a couple, but we do come with tidings and possibly an invitation if you would like to join us, my lord.
He turns fully around now. Flushed skin, flushed cheeks. An invitation. An outing. Well, it's been quite a while since our last. And where exactly would my Judas and my James the Great be?
They're waiting for you, sir.
Do you say anything, Carbon? Not a word from the dog. He looks around, looks up and down at Carbon curiously, doesn't look at Candy, and steps just this close to Carbon. Awfully quiet.
We're learning new tricks.
From you.
Who else?
Not from the brother dearest, or not from the great betrayer, but you.
It has many desirable skills and qualities.
You can see the great amusement from using it regarding Carbon. Well, I hope to have an exhilarating car ride to the point that I finally get to see the rest of you. Might I be so bold to ask you, Simon Peter, what am I to expect? Should I outfit myself in armaments?
I think you're perfect just the way you are.
Amen. Come. I will ride in this chariot and receive all of you. Jesus begins to walk out ahead of the two of you.
Mm-hmm. She gives Carbon a wink and tails behind Laszlo.
Carbon will walk out, falling behind once we hit outside. It's the skyline, or it's not a skyline actually, since we're going out. It would be something a little bit more sturdier, all-terrain. Not a Jeep, those tip too easily, but something capable of handling outdoors. And I'll just say 2 words to him as we walk up, as I unlock. Front seat.
If you say so, beloved.
I'll open the door for Candy.
Just slips on in.
I'll get in. Now, turn the engine for this Rivian truck or whatever we have, and I will take the not so gentle route to get to where we're going. I will take the route that has as many bumps and turns and uncomfortable moments of stopping and starting, just to start riling up a little bit, you know, shake the cage a little bit before we let him loose.
Poor Candy's just bouncing in the back seat and having to hold her chest and everything else bouncing on the back.
Jesus doesn't wear a seatbelt. Very similarly bouncing all around, but he seems to be having a good time, seems to be having fun. Laughs at whatever the hell this is gonna end up being. On the other side, within the depths of the Pine Barrens, Sal and King, what are you overseeing? What are you looking over as your preparations have finished?
Well, for my particular trial, I think what we see is I think we see King, like, sitting on the edge of a rock, overlooking a cliff, like going out into like a forest of trees, and he's looking down at his phone at like a group chat, filled with, I really wish I remember the number of people. I think it's like 12. It's like 12 or 14.
12 or 11, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was somewhere like that, with 12 other people, and I'm watching as I'm getting like the notifications of like just like ready, as all of them are taking their position somewhere in my area of our chosen places for the trials. And after I get the final ready, I send an okay text, and then I send an okay text, and then I ask in the chat, what are the 5 things to remember? And I think in a chorus, like in like a slew of text, like all like saying like the same things over and over and over again, there is never break a promise, never show cowardice, duty before the self, always repay your debts, never back down from a fight. And I send another okay text, and then I pocket my phone and I wait.
And the camera pans to another part of the Pine Barrens, not very far, but a good amount away from where King and wherever other people are perched. And I feel like Sal has recruited some people from the Home of the Vultures, maybe some fresh meat, to recreate the Quigley in Quantico. And it is this, just, he's looking out over this batshit obstacle course he has built through the Pine Barrens. Yes, this is good. And loading 2 AKs.
Incendiary rounds?
Obviously.
Okay. Other preparations to be made as Candy and Carbon finally pull through into the forests. But right before we get into that, we are going to take a break. We will see you vampires in 10 to 15. See you very soon. Hello, and welcome back to Eternity in Jersey City. Some Bad House RPG announcements before we get into the trials, the temptation. Kids on the Stoop. The new Kids on the Stoop episode is about producing actual plays, is up on YouTube with the next episode about sound design with Navarre of Secret Nerd Podcast and Ties That Bind next week, next Friday. Tomorrow, this Friday, we will be having a new episode of The Circle of Seekers and Sinners, a Candela Obscura miniseries by Dan Pixel. And also congratulations to Midnight Rush for being selected for Intrepid Webfest. Check out their website, intrepidwebfest.com, to learn more about the other selections. I do know Kismet, Godkiller, I believe, has also been selected. Incredible, incredible work. Lots more to say at the end. The Pine Barrens. Sal and Candy. Well, I guess even before all of that, we roll up with Jesus Christ, with Carbon and Candy. The entranceway, whichever backroads way, again, this bumpy, horrific ride takes Jesus Christ, although he seems to be happily, giddily going along with all of it. He, at some point, has to make some kind of remark, has to make some kind of reality check within himself as the car stops. He looks around to Carbon in the front seat and then Candy in the back seat. So, where exactly is James the Great and Judas?
All in due time. And Candy just slithers out the car. Gotta go find her ex-husband.
Looks to the driver's seat. Am I to be escorted? Will you finally speak to me with your beloved words?
Carbon's just going to turn and look at him, and then turn and look at the radio, and hit it on, and turn it up, and it's just Bobby Caldwell's What Won't You Do for Love, and just gonna sit and wait until I get the signal.
Sal, you get a ping from however one of the many lookouts of Kings, of Carbons. Jesus is here.
I hate to say it's probably some sort of fucking hand signal thing. This not phone having man. But it's a wait until Candy gets here. And then when Candy gets here, I'll give them the go ahead. But we can't start without her.
Carbon, you are signaled.
Once I see the signal, I am just going to turn and look at Jesus, and I'm just going to start screaming, out, get out, and I'm just going to start shoving him towards the door. Out, now, out, get out, now. Do I look like I'm fucking stuttering? Out of the fucking truck, now.
Okay. This isn't going to be a fun party, is it?
I don't have time to fucking talk to you. Out of the fucking truck, now.
He languidly, one foot out, the other one, closes the door.
Immediately tear off to where I need to go to. Just kicking up dirt and tree bark and everything.
For a while, we just see Jesus walking up the trail barefoot, enjoying what seems to be the crisp night. Of course, it is completely dark, but he doesn't trip up. It's not an issue for him. The only light seemingly illuminating from a new red in his eyes. What is the first thing that he's going to see or experience as he gets closer to the obstacle course? Still within the trees.
If he can see it, he might see the glint of barbed wire in the moonlight. He might see hints of logs at odd angles or the glimmer of water. But the first thing he is actually going to be met with is Sal and preferably Candy, both holding AKs. Because he has given you one, Candy, filled with incendiary rounds. And just waiting.
And what exactly do I owe the pleasure of seeing the two of you?
Well, I know you have to take out a whole chantry, right?
Yes, indeed.
You haven't been to one?
No.
Interesting. I thought so. Now, the Camarilla do things a little differently. They like their human shit still real connected to that, real, reliant on it. Because a lot of things they're keeping out are humans. That doesn't mean it's safe for us, and it doesn't mean it's fucking easy. You're not gonna just waltz up there. So you need some practice. So that's what we're here for. Practice. Maybe show off a little.
For your Lord, your Savior, is kind, James the Great. But I can assure you, this was unnecessary.
Well, then, show off. Show us what you can do. Built you this whole lovely obstacle course. It's a personal favorite of mine. I don't believe you were in the military, were you, Laszlo?
What did you call me, James?
My lord.
Why don't you just sit back, then?
Oh, we're not sitting back. We're a part of the course. They're going to be
We're
people.
helping you.
Thank you. Yes, Candy. Oh, what are we talking about? There's going to be people at the chantry. Guarding it. A lot of them.
It won't be a cakewalk.
I see. Then, well, let's begin. Jesus, standing from one area of the trail, now suddenly has stepped past the two of you and Candy and is about to just barrel down what seems to be whatever this obstacle course is exactly meant for him. And just let me know, basically, what you'd like to do and what obstacle you would like before him. And we'll decide on the dice pool, and we'll see how he does.
The main thing is based on the Quigley, which is this horrible pit in Quantico that is filled with filthy water and concrete and barbed wire and wood I don't know if there's really barbed wire in it, but I've put barbed wire in it because obviously we have to make it a little hard for Jesus. And is it summer or winter here? And like
At this point, it's like late fall, I believe.
okay, probably too late for snakes, but you know, there might be. We might have tossed a few in there, and it's getting across this to some other bullshit. But as he starts to kind of go, I turn to Candy. Would you like to do the honors of shooting first?
Absolutely. And before she does any of that, she goes invisible. I'm gonna use Silence of Death and Unseen Passage.
Girl.
Okay.
That rouse check.
So I was just, what the fuck? Why would
Alright,
you
I get a
do
little
that?
hungry because I have no firearms. And it's a called shot, so which is -2, which means I have no dice, so I have the blood buff to get dice real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, I handed you a gun.
You did, and I'm already back to hunger 3. I love Vampire the Masquerade. It might not even hit him. That's gonna be the funny part. Yeah, that is one success.
Well, you know.
Well, maybe he'll be steel.
Maybe. I'm just gonna stand behind you like
He
ghost
didn't.
style, so
That's at the very least 3 successes to get out of the way.
Boo.
Boo! 1 incendiary round bouncing off and it beginning to light on fire at the very least the trail where Jesus is attempting to evade. In barefoot, there is no way that he can evade barbed wire entirely, all of it splintered wood and things like that. But as his foot touches even a puddle of still water, a puddle of watery mud, what leaves behind is just blood instead, completely turning whatever infested waters. If there was any inviting, beautiful little animal inside of these waters, who's to know what else he would have to specifically evade, but every water he touches begins to turn to blood. He will beautifully crit. And we'll say we'll flub through this, but he essentially goes through the first obstacle, just gracefully jumping over what seems to be a trap pit. What else do you orchestrate, the two of you?
I mean, I think I've definitely let Candy like have some input on this obstacle course if she wanted to. He had ideas, obviously, but knowing that she was going to be here.
I love muting. I was just giving it to you, being the military guy. She's here for fun.
She's here for funsies. Yeah, it's this like terrible. The barbed wire climbs up out of the water and onto this like this log, like stacked log thing. He's gonna have to climb over to get to the rest of it.
Okay.
That puts him up high. It sucks to climb, and I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay. Give me your firearms roll, whatever you would like.
Yeah. Firearms and like, what would that be? Dexterity or
Resolve or
composure?
dexterity.
Resolve or dexterity. They're the same. We gon' roll. That is... God, Jesus, I can't remember what these little symbols mean, so we're just gonna screen cap that shit for y'all.
Okay, great.
Because I'm like, I do the thing, and it looks like 2 crits and 1 with the little dots.
I know it's 3. It says
That's
it right.
three?
Right up
Yeah,
top.
it says that.
Yeah, success is 3. I just didn't know what the little dots are. Is that like a messy crit?
You guys are finding,
No, you
despite.
Oh, go ahead.
this-
We'll nerd later.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys are finding, despite what seems to be a little bit of tricks, Jesus isn't amazingly fast. Just based on skill. As you shoot at him and like one of these fire rounds just like goes into his back, the clearing kind of leaves, and it seems that like his rib cage or his spine has cradled and created some kind of like shielding, like just in time but not just in time. It still seems that he is grunted out gravely. Jesus has tricks, but Jesus, as you have known, as all the secrets have poured out, the rage in him as his joints begin to shake unsteadily, finding a foothold within the barbed wall, but pausing, needing to pause to begin with. He grunts out, and his ribcage slips back inside of him like some kind of alien, and he just continues to move on, but he has been hurt. And he makes his way over the arch, and he just jumps down the rest of the way.
And just from afar, he's like, "Come on, that was barely a graze. Keep going." And he's like kind of following on the side, encouraging Candy to come with him. It just drops into a fucking spike pit. Why not?
Delightful.
I think there's probably like just a couple of others. We can bullshit this, like, what's there? But, Candy, would you like to take another shot at him? Fuck him up? He's all yours.
My dice is what matters. My dice are so bad.
You don't have to use the gun. It's just for so you look cute.
You're right. Let me see.
Like, you're a
Yeah, I don't have
vampire.
to use the gun.
You don't have to use this regular ass gun.
See, the thing is, I'm not fucking physical adult. I think what they're gonna do is, they're gonna use Melpomene to distract him.
Oh god. Okay.
What is
cool.
that?
With
It's a
just,
street in
about
New
it.
Orleans.
yeah, it's a street in New Orleans. It is with just Candy's voice. She will be able to manipulate Jesus. What spills forth
So I
from
can
that
use awe.
beautiful voice? Yes.
It's just as simple as, follow me over here, in like whatever very distance to either veer him off course or into something obvious they could have avoided.
Is there a vampire dice pool against?
Yes, for awe it is composure intelligence.
Okay. That's it. So interesting for Jesus.
Fuck 'em up. Fuck 'em up.
And then mine is manipulation presence. I'm just gonna roll my physical die because
Ooh.
I think Demi Plane hates me. And then
This is a lot of dice, guys, that we're hearing.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm a little
don't
concerned.
worry about it.
Me as Jesus, a little worried.
Why Candy's on my side? Shit. Muted to count. Oh no.
I'm so scared.
Don't worry, it's 6 successes.
That's 5. Jesus will use willpower.
Crazy. Oh my god, so did I.
God.
Wait, why does he have 3 more dice to roll after 5 success? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute.
It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. It's still 5.
Love it.
Where, as he falls down into the spike pit, there's a moment where he, at the very least, catches himself, but not until a spike goes at least halfway through, like, his intestines. Where is the voice coming? Where is it leading? Where is it desiring him?
I think it's just not even far, just like a little ways off. There's another tangle of like bramble, barbed wire, where it like guarding the rails of the path and just tilting him that way.
Just tilting him that way. He is going to need to get himself the fuck out of here. I think his red eyes, they turn. Candy, what is the color of your presence?
Ooh. I'll go with the not obvious answer of emerald.
Emeralds. The eyes
Rich green.
turn into, although deep, rich, clouded still with the manipulation of it, the sway of Jesus's mind, Simon Peter. Jesus, like a gymnast, just like pushing the wet kind of gurgle of the blood that is within him, pushing out as he just grunts and gets himself out, fingers clawing into the dirt or whatever like concrete trap is exactly this place, the tips of his fingertips beginning to just like rub off and begin to like grind down to the tips of the bone, specifically to follow Candy. And this is within we'll call that a successful, at least, strength roll to get himself out. As he just begins to like barrel himself into what seems to be this like barbed shrubbery. Exactly. So, for how long is this also? Is it just for the one command?
Yeah, I think for the sake of expediency, like as soon
Yeah.
as he's like cut up, it kind
He's
of
cut this shit up. His like ear and like face, his beautiful face, just like entirely like almost like a Rorschach, just like symmetrically like through a specific set of barbs. He finds himself entirely through it, like shirt just completely mangled, and he finds himself in a humiliating patch of just like wrestling with the shirt to just like get it off of him. His feet are completely torn up. There is just almost as if the flagellating of Jesus was happening with the barbed wire of war, just like shredding him through it. He just like then almost an animalistic turn gets to Jesus before he just pulls himself together. And he does something that none of you have seen him do particularly yet. But within inside of him, again, the rib cage moves and pushes forward almost mechanically. And a glass vial filled with red blood with some kind of iridescent shimmer to it, almost as if there was placenta, some kind of growth swirling from inside of it. It looks exactly like what would be just a teardrop. He crushes it into his mouth, and some of the scarring, some of the fresh wounds immediately turn into scars. but you can see, without even a roll, the shame, specifically, the guilt that it specifically takes for him to use this. He continues on, and he is just sprinting, running through it all.
And I think that's actually perfect, because after he's out of this pit and he's hopped over a couple of bullshit things, it's just looks like an empty stretch that's shimmery. And Salvador doesn't aim for him. He aims for, like, just kind of by his feet on the ground somewhere, anywhere, and says, "Hey, Judas is waiting for you at the end. Run fast." And it's oil, and I'm just gonna fucking light the whole path on fire.
The oil almost catches him hilariously in this, like, you know, Three Stooges, just like the slipperiness of it all before it just begins to turn into a complete patch of fire. Gonna roll something. Terror, rather. He just makes
Hey
it.
guys, what if the disciples were twisted and evil?
Oh my god, it's crazy.
And he is barreling through the patch of fire. He somehow keeps the terror from within himself. There is a flash of something, we'll say even something candy. You're able to peer into something, that brief moment where the emerald eyes cloud and become clear again into that red. Whatever visage Moses could have potentially seen, Jesus through the shrubbery all around, effectively sort of burning down this area of the Pine Barrens as he just runs and he blazes through the entire patch. And he screams raggedly, "Candy!" But he doesn't move back. He has caught on to whatever ritual this is supposed to be, whatever test this is supposed to be, and he survived. The skin that he just scarred over is turning into his melted flesh, the water blistering already, the blood blistering. He is without shirt, already came here without shoes, his hair aflame, as he just moves his own blood through the strands of hair. And is he going to make his way into King's hunting grounds now?
Unless Candy has an idea.
That's true.
Godspeed.
Hey, let him go. He's can't be worse than that.
I think as Jesus is making his way down the path, like freshly burnt and scarred over, they aren't hiding necessarily, but they're deep enough into the woods that it wouldn't be, that they wouldn't be close enough to grab. But Jesus can see them watching as King's new pack watches their prey. As he makes his way to, I think that there's this, the path leads up, up a little bit of like a ridge, and like gets to like an open part where you can see clear over some of the trees, not quite all the way up to like the highest peak here, but like high enough that it's like kind of above a little bit. And I think as Jesus comes up, he sees King there, wearing like back to Jesus, wearing like a black like tank top and like gray sweats, and like barefoot, just sitting here on the rock overlooking the woods, like watching like the trail of smoke rise over the trees. And that is how Jesus finds him. And before, I think, like, knowing that Jesus is coming, I'm going to rouse the blood real quick. That is 0 successes, so I do get a wee bit hungrier. As I, oh god, I'm at 4 hunger. As I'm activating Relentless Grasp. And yeah, I think just like a flush comes over my face, but I still have like my back to Jesus as he approaches here.
He runs strangely with his arms out, covered in the blood and the blisters, the huge white pustuling wounds now. Judas, with your back turned to your Lord, is this any way to receive your Savior?
Well, slowly gets up. I figured I'd prepare myself, as I think you probably should right now. They do a number on you down there?
What do you think?
Well, I think you're supposed to be the savior. They're expecting you to go into that place, kill all those people, make a statement, represent us. I think 2 people who were supposed to be your disciples just fucked you up real bad down there.
There is something so endearing about all of you in the inner circle. All of you who, for some reason, have decided that you no longer need my mentorship, my guidance. I appreciate everything that all of you
I'm going to stop
done.
you right there, Jesus. Because the last time I checked, you needed our guidance. We were going to teach you our ways, the ways of the Sabbat, and the ways of our many disciplines and our many thoughts and philosophies about how all this bullshit works. Is that not why Jesus needs his apostles? To give them perspective.
I would call that true, but it is also not an expectation that I will take out the Tremere. I will do it. It has been foreseen. It will happen. It has happened time and time again as it has been needed, as I have decided it is to be needed.
Then if it is foretold and it shall happen, then nothing we could do could stop it. And you should succeed.
Yes.
You will go through our trials, and you will make your way to the fated day. But if we stop you, then you're wrong.
It just so happens that you will not stop me, Judas.
I'm going to, as still back to him this entire time, I've been focusing on my shadow slowly reaching up from behind him as I'm going to rouse the blood once more to activate Arms of Ahriman.
Be careful.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, we're good. I got my one
Okay.
success. And I'm gonna go, and like immediately as he says that, I'm going to have the arms of Armand wrap up around his legs and like try to constrict his body. That is what? It's a wits oblivion for me.
Something athletics.
Hold on, yeah, let me check. I guess it would just be like whatever the grapple one is to,
Heard. Okay,
to stop
cool,
that
cool.
from happening. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna use one of my rerolls.
Me too.
I'm gonna use another reroll.
Wow. Sometimes when the Lord tells you it's not time, it's not time. That's gonna be no successes.
Oh, thank God. I had 2 successes. Even on my reroll, I failed. So 2 successes, thank God. This is divine providence.
Yes, yes, yes. What does it look like, King?
It looks just like that. I think like it's my back to him. I'm imagining it's a little later in the day, or I guess it's like it's night, right? Because who we are. And so it's just like the moon, like off the ridge, like that I'm like just looking at, my back to him, and as he's standing there, the shadows move out from behind and like wrap around his body and squeeze tightly, keeping him in place.
Satanic tricks. This is the closest you and I have ever been, Judas.
I don't think that's true. Don't you remember when you were eating that guy, that drowned man in my bar? We were pretty close then. Though I guess my shadow touching you was even closer, but I don't think my shadow counts as me.
You don't want to
Anyway.
get even closer?
How about we make this easy? If you want to pass my trial, you need to get to me. Make me look at you. Before they kill you.
Do eyes just begin to sort of pop out through the tree line?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they all slowly begin to come out from the tree line. Hungry, probably, and like claws and fangs bared. Some of them probably also have small, like melee weapons, like bats and tire irons, things of that nature. Whatever it is that they feel most comfortable using. And they know their goal. They know what I've told them to do. Try to kill the Messiah. And try not to get killed in return.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hold him in place while they do that.
Yeah, why don't you tell me how your new pack begin to advance on Jesus and sort of the orchestration of all that as your shadow has enveloped him, as I move a cat really quick.
Yeah. I think the thing about it is this pack is very new. They are not coordinated in any like major way, and they aren't necessarily trained to do this. King is very explicitly kind of throwing them into the deep end to see who learns to swim quickly. And so I think there's almost a very classic like circling around with some of the more like big, burly, and like ready to like kind of get into this. So some people who are maybe a little bit too full of themselves, like just start circling around, and I think just like kind of almost like like stereotypically like gang style, like 2 or 3 at a time like come in and just like start swinging on him, as my shadows are just doing their best to constrict and hold him in place for them to kind of fight. And I think from like their end, it's very much this is going to be an exercise in learning how to work together and communicate with each other. And like this is like this, especially this first bit, is going to be them trying to be like, okay, we've been told we need to do this thing. How do we do it now that we're here? Okay, he's tied down. I guess we just like we try to keep him held here and beat the shit out of him until he dies. And like beat the shit out of him, hold him down, decapitate him, like whatever that's gonna be. We got to figure out how to do that. But it's very, I think this first part from them is not as coordinated and very messy because they're again being thrown in the deep end.
As one of the packmates, can you roll intelligence plus resolve for me?
Okay. My intelligence and
Yeah.
resolve? Okay, got it. Ooh. Okay, come on, baby. That's 3 successes.
Okay. Absolutely willpowering.
Baby, come on, baby.
I'll let y'all know when I start blowing through my channel ones. That's gonna be 4 successes.
Yikeroony.
Jesus turns his head, snaps to one of your packmates, maybe a woman.
That seems right.
He looks right at her as she's beginning to like swing a great axe of some sort. I'm going to check a line.
Chef. I'm also holding him down. I don't know if that's going to make a difference here.
Not necessarily.
Okay. All right.
He looks at her and says, "Kill yourself." She swings down and beheads herself. You watch as there is a single pause in every single one, as they just feel the death of their 12, of their however many. And there is a pause there. In that pause, before Jesus responds, because he has acted, King, what do you do in response?
I'm going to, I mean, truly my goal is just to hold him down. I might try to like, I think my arms can do like some superficial damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do some superficial damage, so I think they're just like clawing into him and holding him down. It's Wits Oblivion to attack, so I'm gonna do another one of those.
I'll just use some kind of like stamina roll essentially to withstand.
Yeah, that feels right. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. That's so interesting for me. We're gonna blast through these willpowers. That's the fourth one. Jesus should be careful, and so should Josephine. Within your grasp, Jesus doesn't smile, doesn't make some kind of strange motion about something, doesn't say a parable, say some fucked up, stupid thing. His mind breaks. And he turns into an animal. Not a real animal. His beast entirely takes over. Because that is the price of the way that the GM rolls. And flailing, his clawed fingernails and toenails just begin to rage in your shadowy arms. As you hold on to him, something breaks the sternum, just crushes in. He's going to make an attempt to get out.
Because of my relentless grasp, I add potence to being able to any check made to hold on to things, especially
Okay.
including attempt to maintain a grapple. So I automatically have 3 successes before I roll.
Okay.
I assume Wit's Oblivion to maintain the grapple.
Okay. Would you like to reroll? And then we'll face off?
Yeah, I can do that. So, Wit's Oblivion. That is 4 successes on the roll, so 7 in total.
I really wanted to turn the music off and just like go to a single camera and just be like, sometimes you are playing a guy whose name is Jesus Christ, but you yourself are not Jesus Christ. And sometimes the dice, as in the story, really want Josephine to just really fail this. He does not succeed.
Yeah, I think I think feeling like almost like through my shadow, feeling him like trying to struggle, to flail, to like claw out at all these people getting ready to like come down on him with a hail of blows, and feeling as he doesn't escape that grasp, where I can feel that the strength of my will is stronger than his muscle. It like there is, I think, a sinking feeling a little bit in King, where there's a portion of him that, while not trusting, was almost excited to see that maybe this Jesus is everything the Empress has said that he is, but he has proven weaker than even King expected. And I think all King can do is laugh to himself, still not even gracing him with the pleasure of being seen by King, just known that he's weaker. And I think I think all of like the people also see like that moment of like him starting to claw out, but then realizing that he's actually just kind of stuck there. And so I think there's that moment of hesitation of seeing that, but seeing him like fully lose his shit and just like kind of become this rabid animal. I think they go back to square one. Time to beat the shit out of him.
And you still held on.
Yeah. I'm not letting go. This is the test. And currently he's failing.
Are there any communications at this time while Jesus is still actively moving about, but incapacitated to a degree.
Like communication between
To the
me
inner
and-
circle,
Yeah.
or the pack, anything.
Yeah, I think at this point, while I'm like, I can feel him flailing and failing, there's like a kind of like a, God damn it, and like pulling out my phone again to text, I guess, Candy and Carbon. Jesus is a little stuck in my trial. Looks like he might fail. Nice send.
I send a single text message back that says, "Poke him."
Put the phone back in my pocket. This all you got, Laszlo? So-called Christ? Can't even get out of a bear hug by something lighter than the wind. There are gonna be dozens, if not maybe near 100 fucking people you gotta take out. And you can't escape one. You got shot up, stabbed, burned on your way here. I'm not even that good at this shit. A lot of people say that I spread my brain out a little too much, trying to learn a little too much from everything. I'm not even that good at this, and you can't even get out of it. What the fuck do you expect to do? You're gonna save us? Maybe you were right to make me choose. Because maybe your story ends tonight. And we gotta find another person to save.
Give me a wits. Honestly, wits occult.
Ooh, okay. What's a cult? I have nothing in a cult, so it's just wits. That's 2 successes.
Give me a wits awareness as well.
Wits awareness, okay. As a separate roll?
As a separate roll, yeah.
Okay, cool. Wits awareness. Also 2 successes on that.
There are 2 separate things that you see that you're not quite exactly able to put your foot on. Put your finger on. Suddenly, Jesus stops flailing. And then his entire body, even with your shadows attached, sinks completely through the ground as if he is just phased through the dirt. And I think you see, what would this? I think you see a red flash of something. You can attribute that to what you know to be many of the vampiric magics that exist. But for what exactly, what specifically, what feeling, what trigger this was, hard to tell. You would be able to bring this to any of your other inner circle. You've ingraining it in your memory, sort of. And it's a countermeasure, not exactly of grappling back in the ways that shadows are able to, and the strength of entropy, life and death, whatever it exactly is your relationship is with shadow. But in some mockery, some strange level of burying himself in rock, there is a lull before more guns and more shooting begins to happen. You begin to see some of your packmates begin to just tear at the ground to see if they can unearth Jesus again.
Don't be stupid. Stop fucking digging. Look for him. He's somewhere. Does he make himself known in any way? Or does it feel like he's hiding?
I think your shadows are still attached to him.
Ooh, so I can still feel him.
He's still in the area. He's under the ground.
Nothing I can do about that.
You can. It's almost sort of when
But
you're.
can I pull him back out?
That is something that you can try to do, but it's also it's something that it's almost as if, you know, fishing using some kind of spear. Feeling him move around as if one of those many souls in that concrete bowl of life, of unlife. This is some kind of tracking situation. This could be your awareness or survival, but it could also be many attributes here. It could be your resolve or composure.
I feel like awareness makes the most sense here.
Okay.
Because I think I'm just trying to feel out using my my shadow's connection to him in this moment. So would that be wit's awareness?
Sure.
Okay. That's 3 successes.
I love thinking about things, but not thinking about what is the opposite pool. Okay, you said 3?
Yes.
That is going to be 6 successes as you're beginning to feel your shadows pull away, long away, past you.
Yeah. And I think there is this, because my shadows can only go up to 6 meters away from me. So the moment he leaves that, they can go no further. I think I would try to hold on to him, though, so he couldn't, like, I think as I can tell it's getting to its like length, I'm going to try to hold on to him and pull him back, if possible.
The 6 meters, the shadows dissipate. There's only so many lights that have been created by your pack. But you know, viscerally, what it's like when someone runs away from you.
Fucking coward. If he's underneath the rock, I don't know if he'll hear me if I were to yell out to him.
What would you yell out?
Sabat aren't cowards. We're survivors. We are warriors and we are hunters. And we need no craven savior. Did Jesus run away? Or did he face his fate?
There's no answer from Jesus. Maybe partially it feels like when you have ever in your life reached out to God, screamed for God, and there was no answer. Because of course there's no answer. But it also just feels like screaming at someone who was supposed to be the great big fun hope thing. The next big thing. The thing that is supposed to set you and the rest of your Sabat family apart from the statement it's supposed to make. Is it disappointing?
It is, a little bit. right? Like, we were doing these trials partially because, you know, we needed to test him, but he failed so thoroughly in a way so pathetic and dishonorable that he is beyond reproach, and I will not suffer a fool. And so I think in feeling that, and like I and like as my shadows recede, I make a note of the direction that it's in, and I pull out my phone and I text the group. He failed. I'm gonna kill him. Feel free to join me. Send.
Carbon, where in your preparations does that message find you?
There is a circle with a bunch of cars, headlights on around it. Kelly and the rest of the pack have set up a camcorder. And Carbon is standing in the middle of it, wearing nothing but the compression shorts. And so you can just see that there's just like the shape of the face and everything has changed. Everything else is brazen and bare, and just standing there waiting for him. I think we see Kelly calls out. Apparently failed. Carbon just chuckles. We'll see if he thinks that.
A strange rumbling begins to come through the trail. Just about where the ring of cars greets. It's supposed to greet this great victor, this great successor, and burrowing like some kind of animal, some kind of blind thing, caving in the ground all around the burning down Pine Barren Trail. Surfacing is not Jesus Christ. Certainly not the driver's license of Laszlo de Angelis. It is some bulbous, winged creature, balding, eye, one moved more up and one more down, as it seems some kind of form is trying to catch up with itself again. There is a state of decomposition. And the smell, grave. But it is flesh, and it is smiling. And from within, something that you hadn't seen before, this ribcage-like mechanism. Another droplet of something, and just with a giant clawed, ragged hand crushes it inside of its own eye. Do you allow the transformation to continue? Do you watch the full reveal?
Yeah. This is... I'm learning everything I need to know right now. This is everything that I need to know about this supposed Messiah. I mean, the real Jesus Christ was able to, pass through the tests without falling into temptation. This one seems to be, the fail son, Jin Alpha. Let me do it all from my battle station keyboard type, so Sure.
It melts and melds itself. You can see disgusting, jagged, webbed armpits and hands just begin to like push itself like wet clay back into a face, cheekbones again, pulling from the follicles like spaghetti, hair. And in an excruciating minute, seconds passed, 2. Completely naked. And just wet. Laszlo de Angelis appears before you. Jesus Christ. Finally. But the voice cracks. And it's just before dust begins to just spill out. Finally. A challenge laid before me, a man. This thing for which I so love, that has so loved me. Finally.
When the prince of this world, Satan, came to Jesus and brought him to the Judean desert for 40 days and 40 nights, he made offer to him that you will be tempted in every way that we are, except without sin. He fasted for 40 days. When brought to the top of the temple, he was made offer to throw himself to showcase that the full might and power of the Lord above and his angels will save him before he hits the ground. And then finally, there was a made offer to come to the mountain peak and to be given everything that you could see before you. Originally, Satan offered Jesus, all these things I will give you if you fall down and do an act of worship to me. I do not ask you to worship. I do not ask you to serve. I ask you to have faith in yourself. Not in your abilities, the blood. Faith in yourself. For it is to be said that if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. After this way that you show this evening, I fail that you could move an anthill. I cannot see it. I do not think that it is an actuality that will ever exist in this lifetime or any. But if you are able to move me one step, then I will allow you to walk away, and you can attempt to survive whatever existence has been meted for you.
Please.
No.
John the Beloved, this, after everything that I've just been challenged, truly, just to move you from place. That's all.
That's all it takes. It's very simple. All it takes is a little bit of faith and some force. Though, knowing you and your generation, anything done far beyond the controller of an Xbox or PlayStation seems insurmountable.
I don't know what you mean.
I will stand here and you can do whatever you want to me. You can crush me, rip me apart, you can tear me to shreds, you can change my form, you can rip me apart limb from limb, but if you cannot make me move one step, then you are not what you say you are. You are a false prophet. You are not the Messiah. Faith.
Faith. Faith. All of this talk of faith without me, at me, as if I am not the one who has curated it, created it for all of you to follow behind me. I was made for perfection. You were made for perfection to fall behind me. I will fucking move you. Of course. Of course I can. And it is ours. It is ours of attempting to torture you. Slowly, at first. He asks you, as he rubs those fingers, once monstrous, once that true form of his, over your eye and nose, where there were eyelids, where there were ears. And he just asks, which thing, which part of your, sure, beautiful design should go first? Which thing that I could make so ugly again? Let's fucking be real, you're fucking disgusting looking now. Do you answer him at all through his taunting?
No, I just look at the camera lens. A perpetual Jim from The Office, side glance.
He rips your skin off of your face. Goes down to the skin over your neck. Plunges his hand through as if some kind of vaginal thing, some kind of hole he can make in you that isn't natural. But the next hour is just pushing and pulling. It is attempting to move the bones inside of your legs from under you. And him screaming out. Him screaming out, almost as if bestially. Again, as if you could almost hear what it sounded like dealing with Sal and Candy. Dealing with King and how he specifically failed with King. There's some parable here about being stopped and dealing with the immovable. There's some parable here. Or rather just the truth, the reality that this man is Jersey trash. And until, I would say, when King potentially makes his way there, Carbon, do you allow King to kill Jesus here?
King makes a good point. If he was able to do it, he'd be who he said he was. I see no reason for us to be here. I'll just look down at Laszlo. And I'll look at him, slowly piecing myself back together, starting superficially. You're going to ask the question, what did I do wrong? Where did I go? This was all going so well. You had everything. You had the look, you had the history, the background, the ability, the adoration. You didn't have the humility. Take it from me. Hubris can be mighty useful, but it can also trip you up. Catch you on the flip side, Laszlo. Later, nerd.
Sal, Candy, you make your way to the mount. As Jesus is laid down, exhausted. He's crying. Maybe he shit himself. Somehow. He's just pathetic.
What a shame. Can't even piss on him.
No.
Well,
Well-
I'm not here to argue the particulars. It's over, and I really don't have much to say beyond that.
Well, we can split them up if we want. I'm not necessarily looking to have a whole bite of this shit stain.
I've lost my appetite.
Oh, come on, you want to waste them? After all this fucking work we all did.
I'm not putting my mouth on garbage. Have at it.
Fair enough. Carbon? Look,
That's your
and-
gift, all drizzled and drenched in milk and holy water.
Why do you not think you can have this? I know it fucking sucks, but come on.
I prefer the hunt.
I can get behind that.
I understand.
Can everyone
I mean,
roll
hey, we-
composure plus resolve with mental, any attempt to sway you mentally with addition?
Okay.
Exactly what I was waiting for. That's exactly what I was waiting for.
Wait, sorry. Can you say again? what's
Composure
happening?
plus resolve,
Got it.
adding anything that you would add for anything that is about to sway your mind. However, I say
Cool.
that more succinctly.
Understood. I do have unswayable mind.
Mm-hmm.
So composure.
I will use tempered will.
Yeah, singsies.
Oh, we're all rolling. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Get a 7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all of us, babe. Why did it give me
A 7?
dog in my ass
Okay.
out?
Get a 7.
I will be using my reroll.
Yeah, I will be using a reroll as well. I got a critical 6. Let me reroll 3.
I've got a 3 in total.
Hey, Joe, best storyteller in the world. Can you give me the roll one more time?
7.
Composure plus resolve, adding anything you would add
Yeah, I got
against
that.
things to sway your mind.
I'm
Oh, I gotta
going to blood buff my composure real quick. And I fail, and I'm at hunger 4.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm at 4 successes. I forgot to actually click the dice to reroll,
There you go.
Okay.
but I still lose.
Demi-plane logging my ass out.
Is that it? You had enough. You've done. Haven't you done enough?
You're about
Try-
to kill
come on.
Jesus. What's wrong with you? Come
Haven't
on.
you done enough?
Have you done enough?
Make it stop.
Lumia just gave Vin a reroll.
Oh my god, look at that!
Community.
Ooh,
Fucking-
community.
Demi-plane, let me roll. Please, I beg of you.
Do you want me to roll my shit dice all over your shit roll? 3?
God, no. Jesus, I got a 3.
Okay.
I love you very much, but no.
6. So only
Oh, so
Carbon.
close.
Carbon,
Only
carbon,
carbon.
strong of will.
Our beautiful Carbon. Our beautiful John the Beloved.
Useless in diplomacy.
John the Beloved.
Good for health, bad for education.
Amen.
You got a reroll from Lumia B if you want to test.
I'll test. I'll roll.
Let's
I'll
test
re-roll
your
a
test
die.
it.
What, do I just re-roll the ones that didn't?
Reroll up to
reroll 3
3
dice?
non-hunger dice.
Alright, we
re-roll.
re-rolling 3, babe. Was one success, still only 4 successes.
Okay.
Nah, thank you.
Carbon. You hear it, but everyone else feels the sudden just wipe where your consciousness, your eyes go white. And there's that same iridescent isn't a sound, but there's this same glimmering, shimmering, warbling sound that goes through all of your ears, piercing. I'm sorry, babe. The Jersey Devil. And Jesus disappears before your eyes, Carbon. Sal, Candy, and King, the 3 of you, stand upright and straight for an undetermined amount of time. And the sun's on the horizon. Well, it's coming soon. And we'll resolve that next week. My name is Josephine. At Scary Dog Friend, you can find me on all socials. Lots of fun stuff with Bad House RPG again. Tomorrow is going to be Candela Obscura, The Circles of Seekers and Sinners with Dan Pixel. We have lots of Kids on the Stoop stuff coming up. Fabian's episode about the actual play production and the behind the scenes of Bad House RPG itself is up now, I believe. And then next week, we're going to have an episode up with Navarre up on Patreon first, and then for public release on YouTube on Fridays. And I believe episode 7, Feed the 5,000, is up already. For some reason, if you're watching this before that episode, you'll be able to watch it. Yeah, again, just catch us tomorrow for some beautiful Candela Obscura. I'll pass it to B.
Hi. I'm Binar. I've been Sal. I can't believe that fucking happened. Damn. I'm Sassy Lich everywhere. We'll see if we'll see what happens next week. I'm gonna pass it over to Vin because I don't have anything else to say. That's fucking crazy.
Hey guys, we kind of failed rule 1 of Vampire the Masquerade game for some political horror, and that is playing your fucking hand way too early. Anywho, I've been Vin, I've been Candy, but I'm also been the community manager of the Press Betwixt, and we have a crowdfunder going for the game Ambition. We are 71% funded. Please, ttrpg.link/ambition. Please, the game is so beautiful and so pretty. I'm using the rest of my energy to market this game. Please go check it out. Oh yeah, Kendo, what are you doing?
Hey everybody, my name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Kendo Makes Films. If you go somewhere you can't find me, guess what? You're somewhere that doesn't matter that much, and it's probably like Twitter. What the fuck are you still doing on Twitter? Really? It's 2025, gang.
Are you still doing on Twitter and Substack
Exactly.
and Facebook and like?
Come
sorry,
on,
sorry.
No. I'm with you. You can find my actual play podcast, Tales Yet Told, wherever you get your podcasts, where we do stories of intimate horror using indie TTRPGs. We actually have a new series coming up in a couple of weeks, coming October 31st, Halloween Day, the first episode of Blood in the Snow, a gothic horror vampire hunter or vampire knight actual play using not vampire knight. We are vampires who are knights, which is Vampire Knight, but not based off of the anime or manga
I was about to do
Got our
backflips in this bitch.
wee basses excited.
I'm sorry,
It's still
but
very cool though.
it's still very cool, and it features me and Bad House's own Josephine and Fabian, GM'd by none other than Oleander, as we play through Hunt by Spencer Campbell, and it's gonna be so good. It's Oleander's first time doing sound design and sound editing for an actual play, and it's silk to the ear. So I can't wait for you all to listen to it. I'll probably be talking about it again as we get to the weeks that it comes up. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. Also, check out Absurdia. I think it's got like a couple more hours in for crowdfunding, and it just got to its final stretch goal, where now I'm one of the stretch goal writers, which is very cool. I'm very excited to write a little adventure of suburban surrealist horror, which is like my whole jam. So super excited about that. Wes, what you got going on?
How's it going, gang? I'll keep this short and sweet, but for certain. Just like life. My name's Wes. My pronouns are they, them. You can follow me on Blue Sky at carrion-comfort.com, which, oh my god, holy shit, that just so happens to be my website. There are links all over the place to see, like, YouTube actual plays. There's also all the stuff that I do, which is I talk shit about wrestling, or about politics or whatever. I'm the zine fiend for Plus One EXP. That's RPG Zine Club. We release 2 games a month. I fucking produce 24 games a month with independent creators. Some of them are merging, some of them are established. It's super inexpensive. It's a way to get fresh games delivered to your door. And if you're always like, man, fuck the man, I hate these corporations and what they're fucking doing to gaming and everything like that. Well, babes, I got a super affordable way for you to play games that are way more creative than anything you've ever seen come from a great dragon horde. And guess what? It doesn't cost $200 for 3 books. All it does is cost $34 for 2 books to get directly to your door. Also, yeah, I am also on the marketing team for Ambition, the press betwixt. This is a very cool game. Yanni has made a really cool game that really approaches storytelling. Especially like high fantasy action games where a lot of people think that you need a D20 or something to play it. And it utilizes this pseudo trading card game combat type of system within the Ambitious. And it's super creative how it comes like to like world building and everything. The art is gorgeous. Also, if you back it now, you get a free Arcana card that is Oh the Fool, not the Fool, Oh the Fool, which is like a in-universe, like very special thing. And so you want to get that. The only way you're going to get it is if you back it now. So go back it now. I know how much y'all love tarot. So all the tarot girlies, get up in the chats, get that deck. It's great. Yeah. Support independent game design. Hire me. I'm working on so many creative projects right now. Hire me. I can do more. Let's do it. All right. Thanks,
Grab
Joe.
that deck.
Grab
Goodbye.
that deck. Twist it.
Goodbye.